Let's take a look at the 0Z GFS Model Run at 1 p.m. this afternoon. We have a trough axis across the west, bit of a trough across the New England states, bit of a ridge over the south and west, and that's going to be bringing in the heat and humidity, well, more of the heat down in the southwest and a bit of humidity across the southern plains at least. But we're under the auspices of this high pressure over the Great Lakes. That's going to keep our temperatures relatively cool in the 80s for most of the state. That high moves off to the east and northeast, and a system comes in later tonight and into Saturday with a threat of some showers and thunderstorms. Some of them could be strong to maybe severe. We'll have to wait and see about that. That system moves off early on Sunday after bringing rainfall amounts maybe around a half to 3/4 inch. We'll see that later on. We will be bringing cooler temperatures into the state early next week with readings back down into the 70s to lower 80s across the state. But what we will be watching for is this stuff that you see, this complex of storms over Nebraska, Kansas. What it looks like we might be seeing is some complexes of showers and thunderstorms developing typically late evening around or after sunset, and then they move along a thermal boundary between this high pressure of cool air across the Great Lakes in the northeast and this heat that'll be over the southern plains in the southwest. And you'll see consistently in this GFS model storms trying to form right along this thermal boundary. Where that thermal boundary is going to set up is going to determine what our forecast is. If it's further to the north and east, that means we could see a lot better chances of showers and thunderstorms pretty much every night for a large portion of the state, or it may just be in the far southwestern counties, or it may be completely out of the state. We're just going to stay on the cool side, so readings in the 70s to lower 80s with dew points in the 50s to low 60s, so it will feel comfortable. Toward the end of the week, though, it's getting to be where the precipitation chances come up a little bit with a system kind of coming in from the north and west. But this is all dependent on where that thermal boundary sets up between the hot weather and the cool weather. Will depend a lot on what this stuff does later into the week and into the following weekend, which just happens to be the 4th of July holiday weekend. This is the 3rd of July, by the way, and you can see there's that heat ridge over the southwest, over Colorado and New Mexico down in Arizona, flow coming out of the north and west, and you see a system diving through the Great Lakes, another over the north and west, and that's a system that could bring us some precipitation at the beginning of the weekend, of the holiday weekend, but whether it continues into the rest of the holiday weekend, it's still a bit up in the air. We're not very confident at this point. We are confident in this satellite image from last evening. Showers and thunderstorms in several complexes across the Kentucky, Tennessee, into the mid-Atlantic, across the middle Mississippi River Valley, and out in the high plains, where there's a couple of severe weather watches out in Kansas, and into the Oklahoma Panhandle. Heat advisory around the Mid-South, and a couple of issues, a lot of flooding issues across West Virginia. Quite a bit of rain fell there with that MCS last night and into the previous night as well. Rainfall amounts around here for the next 5 days, maybe a half an inch. Some places may get more, some places may get less, depending on repeated activity. Heaviest looks to be to our south.